Good afternoon, Daniel Mattis. My name is Mihiraa. Let's start the warm-up session. Why did you choose to become a nurse?
There are several reasons why I chose nursing. First of all, many of my relatives are nurses and their stories inspired me a lot. Besides, nursing is a profession with an ocean of opportunities both native and abroad. Above all, this is a service-oriented profession in which I can serve humanity. Hence I chose nursing as my career.
Why did you choose OET?
It is my long-term ambition to work as a registered nurse in any English-speaking country such as the UK, Ireland, and so on. To meet the requirements to register as a nursing professional there, I need to prove my English language proficiency. Hence I choose OET to fulfill my dream. Moreover, OET is tailored according to the needs of nursing professionals, therefore I believe I could perform well in this test.
What are the current trends in your profession?
Nursing is a dynamic profession and changes happen daily. Nowadays technology plays a vital role in my profession. For instance, paper records that we used in older days have been updated to electronic records. Besides, at present, we are following evidence-based practice, which means there is a scientific rationale for every procedure. Moreover, in present days a nurse can function as a nurse practitioner, which is equivalent to the position of a physician.
Do you have a role model?
Yes, I do. My role model is my mother. I follow many things that my mother does. It is from my mother I learned the basics of kind behavior, decision-making, and organizing skills, a polite and humble manner, helping and sharing mentality. The care and respect she gives to everyone makes me wonder sometimes. She is a perfect example of womanhood. I believe a nurse should possess all these qualities. She is my superhero.
Which is your favorite destination? Why?
My dream destination is Australia. The first and foremost thing is that Australia has a world-class healthcare system and I can be a part of it. Secondly, the country has a better standard of living and economic and political stability. Besides, here nurses are paid well and respected too. In addition, I have many friends and relatives over there, so they can help me during my initial days.
Your preparation time is over. You can now start your role play.
My dream destination is Australia. The first and foremost thing is that Australia has a world-class healthcare system and I can be a part of it. Secondly, the country has a better standard of living and economic and political stability. Besides, here nurses are paid well and respected too. In addition, I have many friends and relatives over there so they can help me during my initial days.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, that's okay for me.
Mihiraa, could you tell me about the cut in detail?
Sure, it's been a rough morning. My son was playing with scissors, and he accidentally cut his finger. It happened about half an hour ago. There was a lot of blood, and I tried to stop it with a clean cloth, but I don't know if I've done the right thing. I'm just so scared it's worse than it looks.
I can hear the concern in your voice, Mihiraa, and as a parent, it's natural to feel anxious when your child is hurt. You've done exactly the right thing by applying pressure with a clean cloth. That's a great first step in managing bleeding. Let me explain about the examination of the cut. From what I can see, the cut is not very deep. There's some bleeding, which is common, but it's already slowing down. The good news is, based on the appearance and the depth of the cut, stitches aren't necessary. The wound should heal just fine on its own with some proper care. Mihiraa, do you have any concerns or questions?
Are you sure he doesn't need stitches? It was bleeding so much, and I'd never seen so much blood before. Will it really heal on its own?
I completely understand why you'd feel that way. It can be really alarming to see a lot of blood, especially from a small finger. However, cuts on fingers can sometimes bleed more than other areas because of how many blood vessels are in the hands. The bleeding you saw is actually quite normal for this kind of injury. Since the cut isn't too deep and the edges are clean, it should heal with normal wound dressing. Stitches are usually only needed when the wound is very deep, wide, or in an area where the skin pulls apart easily, and none of those conditions are present here.
I'm glad to hear that. What about wound healing, and how do I take care of the cut to make sure it heals properly?
I'm really glad you asked about wound healing, Mihiraa. Let me reassure you, that your son's cut should heal quite well. Since it's not very deep, it will likely take about a few days to a week to fully heal. The body is amazing at repairing itself, especially in children. You'll notice that in the next day or two, the cut will begin to close up, and it will gradually start looking better. As for scarring, because the cut is small and shallow, any scar, if there is one, will be minimal and likely fade over time. Now, let me walk you through how to take care of the cut to help it heal properly. The most important thing is to keep it clean to avoid any infection. Twice a day, gently wash the area with mild soap and water. Be careful not to rub or apply too much pressure, just gently clean it, and afterward, pat it dry with a clean towel. Once the area is dry, you'll want to apply a small amount of antiseptic cream to prevent any germs from getting in. After that, cover the cut with a clean bandage or sterile dressing to keep it protected.
Okay, I can do that. Is there anything that I should be vigilant of?
It sounds like you're really on top of things, Mihiraa, and I'm confident you'll do a great job with his care. There are a few key precautions to keep in mind as the cut heals. First, make sure to change the dressing daily, or sooner if it gets wet or dirty. Keeping the wound dry is really important, as moisture can slow healing and even cause infections. So, if the bandage does get wet, especially after washing hands or bathing, replace it with a fresh, clean one right away. Now, as much as we hope for smooth healing, there are a few signs that you should watch out for. If the cut becomes more red, swollen, or starts oozing any pus, those could be signs of an infection, and you should contact us immediately. If he starts to complain of more pain than usual, or if he develops a fever, those would also be reasons to come back in for a checkup. Do you have any concerns or anything you're still unsure about? I want to make sure you feel fully comfortable before heading home.
Sure, I will take care of it. Is there anything else I should be careful about?
One last thing, Mihiraa, because accidents like this can happen so quickly, especially when children are playing with sharp objects, it's a good idea to keep scissors and other sharp items well out of his reach. It's easy to get distracted for a moment, but making sure those kinds of tools are stored safely can help prevent another scare like this one.
I'll definitely be more careful. Thank you so much, Daniel. You've been really helpful.
You're very welcome, Mihiraa. Your son is going to be just fine. If you need anything else or if you're unsure about the care, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Take care.